Hello and welcome to How to Automotive. In today's video, I'm going to be cleaning a toolbox and all the tools I got right here. I got this toolbox used, or this tool cart used, and it is filthy. It's been sitting for a long time. The tools have been heavily used, and I'm going to clean it up and get it in my shop. And to help me out, I'm going to be using Gunk products. Gunk did send me these, and they are sponsoring the video. But I wanted to make this video because you don't just want to wash or wipe down tools with just any old product. You can damage your tools, especially plastic tools like screwdrivers and stuff. So come with me, and we're gonna go through this, and we're gonna get this all cleaned up, and then get the tools cleaned up and organized back in the box. And I'll give you some tips as we go. Empty the cart out. I'm gonna use my leaf blower here, or you can use compressed air. I'm gonna blow all as much dust and dirt off of it as I can, and then we're gonna start washing it. As you can see here, I've unloaded the toolbox, the tool cart, I should say, in preparation of cleaning it. And you can see the tools are heavily soiled and dirty as can be, and they're in need of some love. So we're gonna use the Gunk detergent wipes here. These are awesome, especially for plastic tools such as screwdrivers and stuff like that. And then we're gonna use this engine degreaser cleaner, multi-surface cleaner here to spray everything down and get it all cleaned up. So I'm getting it all sprayed down here. As you can see, this sucker is really caked on there with grease and dirt and stuff. Just get this all cleaned up, and then I'll give you guys an after how it looks. Now I'm gonna get the old pressure washer out here. All right, now that I'm satisfied that it's pretty clean, I'm just going to use some shop air and my leaf blower here and just dry it off and let it sit out in the sun for a little bit and dry off. There's enough holes in it and stuff where it's all just going to drain through anyway. Now that I've dried it off pretty much with some shop air, I'm just going to go over with a microfiber towel and just wipe everything down and get everything nice and clean and dry. And as you can see, it's making nice, shiny. And I'll do the whole box like that. And then after that, we'll move on to the tools. We'll start cleaning those by hand. Run across a spot that I missed or needs a little more attention, I'll use the wipes here. These are awesome. They have the degreaser built into it. They have a smooth side and a rougher side. The rougher side is obviously for more like a scrubbing application, and then the smooth sides for just wiping everything off. So that's what I'll do. I'll just wipe off any excess and then use the microfiber to dry it off. And as you can see, it does a really good job. See, the drawer liners came out amazing. These are a little worn out, little stretched out, but they cleaned up really nicely. As you can see, it did a great job on the box here, or the cart. It did not stain the paint in any way. It's a mild formula, so it's not too harsh on it, and got it all dried up and looking good. Since I went ahead and washed this cart with a pressure washer, I decided I'm going to go ahead and lube up all the tracks here on the slides. I just used a little penetrating oil and lubed everything up. Now I'm going to get ready to load it back up. Now we got the carts back in the shop, and they're all in the homes where they're going to go, and we're going to go through these tools and get them cleaned up. So when it comes to cleaning tools, you don't want to just use any old product such as carb spray or brake clean like that, because a lot of tools such as plastic tools, like on screwdrivers, and then like, you know, a lot of these modern tools have a lot of plastic and rubber moldings and stuff in them, and if you use these type of cleaners, they will definitely you know, do some damage to the finish of it. On the plastic parts, it actually can melt the actual plastic parts. They have enough strength in them to actually melt the plastic. So I'll get this one cleaned up. You can see right here, this one's been sprayed with brake clean or carb spray or something like that, and there's some damage on this, and you'll see. So my recommendation is to use wipes or a mild multi-surface degreaser like this one here. So if you're working with a tool that's super dirty, such as like a grease gun or something like this, I recommend using some shop towels, rags, something like that. And I recommend using like the multi-surface degreaser here. Spray it on the rag. It'll give yourself a good healthy dose of it. And then go to town on the whatever you're cleaning. And this does an amazing job of getting that grease and grime right off of there. As you can see right there, this thing is really dirty, really grimy, you know, because it's a grease gun, and it was used every day in a diesel mechanic shop. And I do mean every day, 3 or 4 times a day this was used. So of course, if this was wiped down after every use, this would be a super easy task, but it took me a couple minutes to get this cleaned up. As you can see, with just some shop towels and the multi-surface cleaner, it did an amazing job cleaning up this grease gun. This is probably one of the dirtiest tools you can possibly have, is a grease gun, and it did an amazing job of getting that cleaned up. Now on other tools such as screwdrivers and stuff like that, this is where the wipes come in handy. You know, grab yourself some wipes and just wipe them down, and it does an amazing job of, you know, cleaning them up, especially on metal surfaces like this. Boom, nice and clean, ready to store away in your toolbox, put away. All right, I got the toolboxes all cleaned up and organized as best as I could. I'll give you a quick little tour. So over here is my workbench here, and then here's the new tool cart that I picked up. This is going to be my automotive paint and body cart, so I'm going to start supplying paint and body tools and stuff in here. So I'm still tooling up for that, so some of the drawers in this cart are going to be empty, such as this one here, but right here we got our sanding blocks and brass punches and air blowers and burr grinding bits, that type of stuff going on in here. In the bottom drawer here we got hammers, all different types of hammers, body hammers, dollies, air hammer attachments and stuff, grinders, band files, you know, that type of stuff. All right, over here on this cart here, this was completely emptied as well, and I went through this one too. And so, you know, got my service stuff here, big sockets and stuff like this. Those sockets I still have to go through. I just ran out of energy to do that. Got my wrench drawer all organized here. More wrenches here. This is a kind of a plier drawer, and this is a kind of a catch-all stuff. I didn't really go through this just yet, but plan to go through that at a later date. Extensions, and then this is kind of more of a specialty type tools right here. This right here is for my air compressors. This is a plumbing. Here is the piping for it over here. This is for the air lines and stuff. It's gonna so it's gonna be hard mounted air lines going to designated areas and stuff. That's a project coming up. Impact tools here, die grinders and that type of stuff. Down below, that's high torque impact, and then more sockets here. And then I got 2 more carts over here full of tools. These are all sockets below here. Those are saws, like sawzalls and stuff like that. Sockets, more sockets here, kind of specialty sockets and stuff. More sockets here. This drawer here, scraping tools. This drawer here is all ratchets, 3/8, quarter, and half-inch drive. Just about every brand you can think of on the planet. This is all brake-related tools. These are all our bits and stuff like that. So these are all just like service bits, that type of stuff. Hole saws, screwdrivers, more sockets, more lighting. This is just automotive stuff like you know, soldering crimps and rivets, that type of stuff. Up top here, more wrenches. Over here, more pliers. I even got more pliers, not here at this house, but even more hammers. This is kind of a catch-all junk drawer. You know, test lights and that type of stuff. Power probe, all grinding and, you know, cutting bits and that type of stuff are in here. Bunch of electric Milwaukee tools and a bunch more tools there. So I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with me while I put my tools away and get them organized. I would highly recommend the multi-surface cleaner by Gunk and the wipes. Gunk did sponsor this video. I'd like to thank them for helping me out with that, and thank you guys for watching and encourage you to subscribe.